Hi, I'm Jennifer of Unset Ways Yoga and Mindful Movement. I'm so glad you've joined me for practice today. Today's class is to help us really release the hold of anxiety and worry. It will be gentle to encourage our bodies to move out of frozen, contracted, tense, stressed states. The harder part may be to pull us out of our rumination and to gently and kindly get our minds to relax and let go. So perhaps you can relate spending so much time thinking about and preparing for scenarios that may never happen or have not happened yet. And our goal is to release ourselves from the worry about problems that we cannot solve today, or to step back from situations that we cannot control. So let's start with connecting with our breath and taking care of our own well-being. So we'll start with child's pose today. We'll make it slightly a wide knee child's pose so that we have room for our bellies to expand and contract as we breathe. You're welcome to have a bolster in front of you if you like your torso to rest on a bolster, or just connect with the ground if that feels like a good point of contact for you. If your knees are sensitive, it might be nice to have a rolled up blanket that you put behind the knee joint there. That can open up and take pressure off of the joint. So find your most comfortable state for this and slowly relax down into child's pose. You can have your arms extended or back, whatever feels best to you for the moment. Right now, we'll be focusing just on our breath. So notice the depth and pattern of your breath right now. And slowly try to ease your breathing. Lengthening the inhales and exhales. Letting your thoughts float away and focusing on the breath. If it's one of those days and you feel like you can't get your thoughts to float away, sometimes counting with the breath can be helpful. Perhaps you're counting to the count of 4 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale, or wherever your number lands. No regulation of counting or pace. And then as you settle in, maybe try to add another number. Extend that inhale, extend the exhale. Breathing in good health and breathing out energy that we do not need. So take some moments to center in with yourself. No need to be forceful. We don't want to rush into relaxation or make ourselves feel bad for not being able to relax, especially right away in the beginning of class. If we're too forceful with ourselves, saying, I should be relaxing right now, that keeps us in a sense of fight or flight. So what we want is to be able to let go and relax. So do what you can, follow the breath, and through our movements today, hopefully you're able to find that letting go a little bit more. Make sure you're not clenching your hands or your jaw or your shoulders. With each breath, allow every part of your body to relax and melt down. Let's take another nice deep breath in, allowing a big open mouth sigh to exhale out. And slowly roll yourself up back to seated. We'll come to a seated position from here with our legs in front of us. And we're going to be doing Supta Baddha Konasana legs. So kind of butterfly legs with the feet out a little further than usual. Be sure you have any props that you like. Something nice to be supportive and soothing for our practice today, maybe to have a rolled up blanket. And I like to place this first over my ankles and then bring it through the diamond of the butterfly legs. And you can either toss your blanket forward, just as a nice little comfortable grasp there, or you could bring your blanket back and wrap that around your legs as a kind of supportive measure for your legs as well. But you're welcome to have any blocks or cushions for your knees that you like. And we'll be doing a forward fold. So if you want to prepare any bolsters in front of you, depending on how deep you want your forward fold, you could bring a few bolsters for you. Some days you may be down on the floor. Some days you may, due to tension or injury, you may not be as far. So do what you need today or whatever feels most comfortable for today to de-stress. We're looking for mostly restorative and repairing mode today, so not trying to stretch our furthest. So we'll start by hinging from the hips forward to protect the lower back, and then round down onto your cushion, bolster, or down towards the floor. And once again, find your breath. Feel the support of the blanket or any bolsters that you have holding you up so that you don't have to do any work. You're supported here and you can relax and let go. And follow your breath once again, easing your mind and easing your body. As we progress with time in these poses, any areas of tension, try to breathe into them as if you can bring oxygen directly to them and help them release and relax. It can be frustrating and discouraging when there are situations we cannot do anything about or not quite yet. But one thing we can do is take this moment, and you've shown up today, so we can take this moment together to take care of our bodies and keep ourselves strong, keep our minds strong, let go so that they'll be ready when we need them. By staying in a perpetual state of fight or flight and worry, we're just overtaxing our system constantly. And then if we do get called into a situation, an emergency, or something that we need all our strength, we may be tapped out by then. So we want to conserve and strengthen ourselves. And take care of our health so that we can always be as strong as we need to be in any time. And just a couple more breaths here. Enjoy that cleansing of the breath coming in, cycling through your body, and exhaling out what you don't need. And when you're ready, slowly roll yourself back up. And we'll be putting all props out of the way. Next, you may like to have a strap handy. And we'll be coming onto our bellies on our mat, face down. And you can rest your head on your hands for a moment if you like. And next, we will be bringing our right knee up into a frog leg pose. So we'll have that here. And then we'll straighten our arms out ahead of us. And you can rest your head on your left arm. We're going to roll to the left side so you can support yourself with your right hand as well. From here, on that left straight leg, we're going to bend the knee. Now, if that's not accessible to you, you can leave it straight. Or if you like, you can capture your foot with your hand. This is where the strap may come in. If you like to strap your foot to your hand, whatever can help this be accessible to you. But again, if you do need to keep your leg just straight, that is still doing good things for our body in this posture that we're moving into. From here, we're going to continue to roll our upper body. Sorry, I have to adjust. I'm gone too far. And we will be coming onto our back on the upper body. So if you can, trying to have both shoulders making contact with the floor. And to complete the spinal twist, if you want to look towards the right, you're welcome to, or keep your head up towards the ceiling, whatever feels most comfortable for you today. On the right leg, you can leave that frog-legged, or if you like to extend that out straight, that can be a nice position as well. So do what feels best for you and your body today. And then once you reach that comfortable position, allow your body to just relax down, easing in with the breath. Soften that gaze, or perhaps close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. As well, if you want to bring your left hand down to your right knee, that is fine, or leave it extended up. And breathe into the posture. Spinal twists are wonderful for getting movement into our body and bringing out tension, especially when we want to hold and contract forward so much. This helps to starts helping us to open up a bit more. So breathe in, relax. You're in a safe space, and allow yourself to indulge in that. And when you're ready, extend that left arm above your head, rolling over to your left side, releasing your foot. You can straighten that left leg if you haven't already, and then continue rolling towards your right side onto your belly, and then straighten that right frog leg. And you can rest your head on your hands. We'll stay here momentarily, allowing our body to recalibrate and reconnect with our breath. From here, we'll extend both arms above our heads again. And we'll frog leg that left knee. And you can, again, support yourself with your right hand if you like. We'll be rolling onto our right side. From here, if you'd like to bend that the right knee and capture your foot, you can, or use a strap, or just leave it straightened, whatever feels good for you. And then slowly continue the rotation onto your back with your upper body. And you are welcome to put your hand on your left knee, your right hand on the left knee if you like, or leave it above your head. And you can face your head towards your left or up at the ceiling, whatever feels most comfortable to you. So make any adjustments you need. Again, trying to have contact with both shoulders. But if you can't, that's okay. Just find the position that helps you feel open and allows breathing, allows your lungs to expand, and allows your body to be able to relax into the position. And when you've done that, go ahead and just find a gentle gaze at one spot or close your eyes and feel into those breaths. And after your next breath cycle, go ahead and extend that right arm above your head, pulling back towards your right side. You can release that foot if necessary. Bring your left hand to support you as you roll towards your belly once again. And straighten your left frog leg. Try not to strain yourself. And once again, we'll allow our body to recalibrate. So maybe wiggle out any positioning and allow yourself to rest momentarily. One more nice deep breath in with the big mouth and exhale. Exhaling out that tension and slowly push yourself back up towards hands and knees. Maybe a brief little push back into child's pose or any intuitive movement that you need. Next, we'll be moving into sleeping swan. So again, if you do want to have any pillows or bolsters handy, again, we want today's practice to be as supported and relaxing and everything that we need to help us unwind today. So you could have blocks ready. So we'll start with the right knee bent, coming to hands and knees. And we'll bring that forward. And if you like, you can have that shin parallel to the mat, but it doesn't need to be. So if you like to have it at whatever angle is most comfortable to you, that is perfect. If you like to have a cushion or a block under your right hip, if it's not all the way touching to the floor, that can be comfortable and supportive. And then when you're ready, we'll have our bolsters ready or whatever props that you would like to include. And we'll slowly lower ourselves down, resting our head on our left ear. We can tend to tense a lot in our hips, due to that being where our root chakra lies. And our root chakra gives us a sense of safety and belonging. And when that feels threatened by stress or things that we need to confront, we can become imbalanced there. So this is a great position for helping to release the hips and add movement into the hips. So really bring your breath into allowing that to sink down as much as possible and nourish your connective tissues and allow your body to realize this is a safe place, a safe time that we can let go and deal with what we need to deal with later. You may find occasionally in today's practice that your body just wants to give a nice big sigh, and go ahead and let that happen. The more tension we can release, the better, and allows our body to recover and again strengthen and find more endurance through rest. When you're ready, slowly roll yourself towards your right hip, allowing yourself to come up to seated, maybe a little windshield wipers. Again, any intuitive movement to help you unwind from the held position helps getting in all of that oxygen flowing in our bloodstream, gets the good chi and energy flowing through our body. And then we'll set ourselves up to do the other side. I'll turn to face the camera. And bringing the right knee forward. And I should have said before, if this is not accessible to you, you could be on your back, hugging your knee towards your chest. So that could be, you could use a strap as well. That can be a great alternative. If you are doing towards the forward folding, you're welcome to have that cushion or pillow under your left hip if that's desired. And again, let's slowly roll ourselves down and supporting our right ear onto the pillow. And when we're holding our positions, the best thing to do for our bodies relaxing is to try not to wiggle and readjust too much. Basically, we want the body to be able to relax down, and every time we move position, the alerts get heightened on how to protect our body. Our body wants to protect against injury, so it will re-tense up. Now, if you do feel any pain, definitely try to release yourself from that position and either re-enter it in a different way, or perhaps it's not a good day for that pose. But as much as possible, try to relax into a position, and you may find yourself being able to go a little deeper as time goes, with time and breath, and that's okay too. So as much as we can, find stillness and find our breath. That's the best we can ask. Let's do a couple more cycles of breath here. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling onto your left hip, coming up to some windshield wipers or any intuitive movement that can help you unwind from the position. Next, we'll be moving into a wide straddle. Nothing too strenuous, just a position that feels comfortable to you. And you may want to have some bolsters ready once again to come up to the height that you want. We will be doing a forward fold. If you do have tight hamstrings, placing a cushion or roll up blanket under each of your knees can help relieve that. As well, if you have any lower back issues or you find yourself kind of curling under in the hips, either I have a blanket on top of my mat, like rolling up that so it's a little wedge, or adding a nice blanket under your hips. Nothing too high like a block, but something to elevate your hips just a little bit so that your pelvis is tilting forward. And that will protect the lower lumbar spine there from being kind of dumped weight on. So that will protect those vertebrae there. So find what you need today. Again, we want this to be super supportive and mostly about feeling supported and letting go today. So again, we'll hinge at the hips and then roll forward onto your bolster. Find your relaxation, find your release, and find your breath. Make sure you're not flexing at the feet or having any tension in your feet or legs. And anywhere that you scan within your body that is still holding tension, try to breathe into that as we melt down into our relaxation. And every day is a different day. It can be hard to accept when we have had advanced movement before or advanced flexibility. But sometimes tension, stress, injuries, different patterns can prevent us from that more extensive, expansive movement. So the more we can continue to getting movement back in our body in times of stress, we'll be getting a good amount of blood flow and repair in that way. Sometimes due to injuries or different life events, we may not be able to regain certain abilities that we have had in the past. And while that can be hard to accept, you're always reinventing. There's always a new you, and you can always be the best that you are right now. And you are here doing the work in terms of taking care of yourself and allowing more movement into your body, especially when you feel stress and worry. We're getting that movement back in, we're getting reconnecting with our breath. And that is very good work. So let's take some quiet moments here and do just that. Slowly push yourself back up to seated. Take your hands behind your knees, allowing them to assist your legs up. We'll be getting your bolsters and props out of the way, bringing our blocks in. And so we'll be doing a heart opening pose now that we've had some time in class today to start to open ourselves up a bit more and feel relaxed and hopefully more free. We'll be setting up our blocks. So this top block will be going under the back of our skull. And this vertical block will be going kind of from between the shoulder blades down the spine. So you're welcome to have them on the lowest setting if you like, or mid setting. You may need to play around with those a little bit to get what you need. So go ahead and lower yourself back down on the blocks, find your positioning. If you do want to have some cushions or pillows ready, well, you could do Baddha Konasana legs, and that can be supportive there. Or if you prefer, you could have your feet wide, knees falling in together, and that can be releasing for the hip flexors. Or if you like, just have your legs extended as in Shavasana. So find what speaks to you today, what your body is saying, yes, that's the one, and go ahead and follow that plan today. Make any last adjustments that you need. And go ahead and relax your hands by your sides, palms up to the sky, continuing that opening gesture. Create that soft gaze towards the ceiling, or if you feel called to do so, close your eyes. Allow those lungs to expand as they're lifted up. supported by the blocks. Enjoy the easeful cadence of your breath, or if you're still finding thoughts coming at you, try to let them pass away like clouds in the sky, birds flying free. Maybe add counting to your breath again. That can be a great way to add a little extra focus. Feel like you can bring your right hand to your heart, your left hand to your belly, enjoying that feel of the expansion of your lungs, in your belly as you breathe. When you're ready, return your hands to support you on the floor, bringing bent knees in, and support yourself, rolling off of the blocks, pulling those out of the way. And you can roll back down to Shavasana today. Feel free to bring any bolsters in under your knees if you'd like to cover with a blanket. Anything that makes you feel supported and secure today. We'll be doing a guided meditation as you settle in, and then I'll give you some quiet time to as well enjoy the peace that you've found today in your practice. So go ahead and make yourself as comfortable as you can. And once you have all your bolsters and blankets and cushions, maybe even an eye pillow or some kind of blanket placed over your eyes to block out light so that your eyes and mind can relax as when you're sleeping, getting that gentle rest that we all need. And when you're ready, if your eyes are not covered, go ahead and close your eyes, or again, keep just a nice soft gaze, finding a focal point that can just keep your eyes from being too alert. So allowing your eyes to rest as well from taking in all the stimulation that we take in every day. And we're actually going to take ourselves out of our bodies, out of the present for just a moment. And we're going to bring to mind a time when you felt most free. So contemplate that. We will be asking the mind to do a little work for a moment. Maybe you're recalling childhood or an adventurous travel. Maybe a time when you felt loved and supported in a relationship. Or maybe when healing after ending a relationship. Now, these words are not meant to trigger. We want to focus on the good. Perhaps thinking of just even a moment with no work or responsibilities required of you. Perhaps the ritual of sipping your favorite cup of coffee or tea. Or maybe even a happy place from your imagination. So really bringing up some moment that speaks to you, that really embodies the feeling of freedom to you, that you can remember vividly. And once you're there, notice the colors or the scents or the sounds. What sensory feeling sticks out to you in this memory or this vision that helps you feel alive and free? And how does your body feel? Is there a warmth in your heart? Maybe butterflies in your belly? And indulge yourself in this feeling, really bringing it into your whole body like a light for a few breaths. And once you have that feeling flowing through your whole body, let's bring it into the present and connect it with the breath. Remembering that sense of freedom as you connect and be more at ease in your present place of being. Keep this feeling alive and surrender into your Shavasana. And you can go back to the envisioning if you lose a sense of this feeling, and just recall it and then bring it back to your breathing. And try to connect your breathing with these good feelings flowing through your body. And now I invite you to take this time for yourself in the present, but within your own space. And I'll call you back when it is time. And when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe extending arms and legs for a nice long stretch, allowing yourself deep inhale and exhale to sigh out any last tension. And again, when you're ready, slowly rolling yourself to the side, bringing yourself up to seated. I'm so grateful that you joined me today and happy for you that you were able to take this time. And I hope that you are able to carry this sense of freedom and inner peace with you everywhere, and to be able to call it up whenever you most need it. Not as any means of unhealthy escapism, which there are plenty of in this world, but as a healthful means and a means to remember the good that is within you or that has existed in your lifetime and that you can be grateful for. So bringing yourself into the present moment and practicing gratitude for what has been, and allowing yourself gentle movement and focusing on your breath as is. Those can all keep you strong and healthy and ready to deal with whatever comes. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.